Hi guys, welcome to the verbal reasoning video. In this video, I'm going to give the complete overview about this topic and how we are going to prepare you for that. Fine. So this video is part of the total 10 workshop series. Yep, these are the 10 main topics which come under verbal reasoning, starting from cause and effect, courses of action, critical reasoning. ISEC. ISEC is very important, especially for CET, which is combination of inference, statement, assumptions, and conclusion together as one question. Strong arguments, weak arguments, inference, definitely probably true false, statement assumption, statement conclusion, and assertion reasoning. So these are the 10 main areas which are covered. And if you are joining us at Cetking, we are going to have 10 workshops on each of them with three phases: phase 1, phase 2, phase 3 for each of the topics. So total 30 workshops are going to be there, and with obviously with the promise that there will be shortcuts, everything will be covered. So in this video, we're going to give an example of how we are going to go about that. Fine, that's how your dashboard will look like once you log into the unit number 10 is your verbal reasoning. Statement conclusion, phase 1, phase 2, phase 3. Statement assumption, phase 1, phase 2, phase 3. Statement argument, phase 1, phase 2, phase 3. Assertion reasoning phase. So like this, all the topic we left phase 1, phase 2, phase 3. Yep. Remember, this is the area which is going to make or break you, because maths, logic, everyone can solve. But verbal reasoning is one main area where no one scores. Let it be CET, let it be bank PO, everyone leaves all these topics or not able to score well in this topic. Fine. So objective of these workshop is to make sure you score 100% marks, or at least 4 out of 5 marks in every topic. Yep, that's the objective of these 10 workshops. Yep. So we'll start with the first one. Right. Alright, this topic, strong and weak arguments, is again a very important topic. In this part, I'm going to talk about the strong arguments, and in next part, we'll talk about the weak arguments. Yeah, again, that's my statements. There are some statements and some conclusion. Whatever is building these two things or bridging these two things are my assumptions. And whenever we have to make the bridge stronger, it's called strengthening the argument. Yeah, and whenever we have to break the bridge, it's called weakening the argument. Fine. Remember one thing, that strengthening the argument is always easy. Yeah, strengthening and weakening, but obviously among these two, weakening is more easy. Yeah, because किसी चीज़ की मारनी, if you want to criticize anything, it's very easy. Strong argument is something which is going to make the bridge stronger. Yeah, like the line that's showing the stronger bridge. Then let me take this one example here. According to the survey conducted, Cetking is the best coaching institute in Mumbai. Fine. Now this is my assumption here. Yep, obviously, jokes apart, this is just an assumption here. Fine. Now your task, like I told you earlier as well in another video, that your task is to challenge the statements. You don't need to challenge the statement. Statement ki nahi marni. You have to kill the assumption. Yep, you have to hit the assumption. Or if I try to imagine a pillar, these are my statements below. This is my conclusion. Anything which builds these two things is my assumptions. So here you are going to hit the assumption, make it stronger or make it weaker. That's what we are going to talk about here. So Cetking is the best institute. Now we are not going to hit Cetking. We are going to hit the word best. Hit or bridge. That's what we're going to talk about. Yep. So 3 steps: identify the conclusion, find the weakness, that's the assumption which we're going to kill, and pick up the best choice that fits the argument. That's what we're going to do in this topic. Fine. According to the survey, the Cetking is the best coaching institute. This is what we have. The only topic will be, the question will be like this, a big huge paragraph. Fine. So let's solve this thing. Here we have to strengthen the argument. Which of the following will strengthen the argument? Fine. Now if you read the statement, kiwis contain twice the vitamin C. Okay, pause the video, try to solve yourself, then we'll discuss answer. Orange contain several other vitamins which are beneficial for the human health. Will that strengthen your point? Yep. Or no? Other vitamins, out of scope. We don't care about other things. We're only talking about vitamin C. In certain regions, kiwis might be harder to obtain. Yes, that's a strong argument. कि kiwi जब मिलेगा ही नहीं, तो how will you eat? Unlike the diet for the orange, vitamin C is easier for the digest. That will actually weaken the argument that you don't need to replace. That is your main point. जिसकी आपको मारना है, जिसको सपोर्ट करना है. Replacing kiwi, you don't need to replace oranges. Orange contain the necessary dose of it. That's again strengthen the argument. The pointer number B and pointer number D are strengthening the argument, because they also say that the vitamin you need is already given by enough. Orange contain enough vitamins, you don't need to replace it. That itself is my strong argument. Neither kiwi nor orange, number 5th is out again. So answer between 2 and D. Now that is a very very common question, that there are two possible answers, and if you mark B, you are out. Which is more stronger? Obviously D, because B is talking about in certain region kiwi might be hard to obtain. Now this statement is actually out of scope, because we're not talking about the location, we're just talking about the qualities of a food. Yeah, so B is out. Anyway, D was more stronger, so obviously D will be the answer. Alright, let's look at example where we're going to weaken the argument. Now again, the only problem for this topic is, again, there's a big paragraph. You have to read the complete paragraph before you can even think of answering the question. Now again, please pause the video and try to do it yourself. Now here the Acme brand is we're talking about the brand here, and they did a survey on 10 people who have said that Acme is the best brand. Which of the following will weaken the argument? Acme brand aspirin is highly addictive. Yes. If this will strengthen, this will weaken the argument, because if it's addictive, that's why people are taking more quantity. So that will weaken my argument. 10 people called were spouses of the employees. That will again weaken the argument. Most people choose to suffer silently throughout the day, out of scope. 10 people called on the stock in competing companies. Strengthen the argument. 10 people said random, strengthen the argument. So answer is between A and B. Which is more stronger? Obviously number 2. Obviously number 2 will be more stronger. That if the people called were the spouses of the employees, then obviously they will vote for them. So that will become the weakest argument. Answer is B. But if I want to find a stronger argument, which is more stronger, 4 or 5? Now, if the survey is conducted randomly, that's obviously the strong argument. But if the competing people are saying for you, then that is more stronger. For example, if I go back to Cetking example, if the survey was conducted randomly that Cetking is the best coaching institute, everything is okay. But if the other coaching institute, if the other people are saying good about you, then it's a better option. So obviously 4 will become more stronger. Yeah, just imagine if the competitor is saying yes, Cetking is number 1, then obviously that's a much better option than saying the survey was conducted randomly. So 4 will become strong argument, and B was the number 2 was a weakened argument. Right. Alright, so these are the 10 workshops we are going to cover over the next, if you are joining us. And the main problem of this topic is, if you pick up any book, there are a lot of famous books in the market, I don't want to name them. But for example, if I pick up that book, XYZ book, same question is repeated 3 times. Number A, answer is A. Second question, same question, answer is B. Same question, answer is C, with a different explanation for everything. Fine. That's the main problem with this topic again, that even if you follow some book, you will get a different answer in the same book only, because every person ki soch alag hai. That's why I've given you the pitfalls, I've given you the templates, I've given you the rules. I've tried to solve verbal reasoning using mathematical formulas. They go step by step. Step 1, do this. Step 2, do this. 3, do this. Step 3, do this. So that you get 100% accuracy. Fine. So please follow this thing, and obviously you'll score good marks. Yeah. So please, if you want to join us, you can join us. Yep. Fine. So like this, we have phase 1. The moment you join us, you'll get phase 1, phase 2, and phase 3 videos. Phase 1 is a basic, just introducing to the topic. Phase 2 will do some questions. Phase 3 will do some advanced level questions. So 3 phase will make sure that you get at least 4 by 5 marks in your topic. Yep, that's what we are going to go about. And your target is to solve 50 questions. If you've got taking books as well, 50 questions per chapter is more than sufficient. That's my simple thumb rule. Last 50 days, 50 topics is your 50 topics, and 50 questions per topic you need to do to become an expert in this area, in any area. Statement assumption, for example, you have to do 50 questions to become expert of that. Geometry, numbers, you have to do 50 questions on that type of question to get expert in that area. Yep. And trust me, verbal reasoning is one area which is normally ignored by every coaching institute. Talk to any of your friends who have joined any coaching institute. Are they teaching this topic? No. Even if they teach, the quality of the teaching is very, very bad. Fine. That's why we have this topic. And trust me, I started taking because of the verbal reasoning and visual reasoning. Because there is no faculty, there is no coaching institute who focuses on this area. Fine. Who is expert on this area. Fine. That's why we have 30 workshops here for verbal reasoning. Total 10 topics, 3 workshops each, and 30 workshops for visual reasoning. Because these are the 2 main areas which everyone is going to ignore. Trust me, maths will be done by everyone. Everyone have got almost same level of maths and logic. Quant, logic, verbal, will be almost same by everyone. Hardly 2-3 mark ऊपर नीचे जाएगा. But verbal reasoning and visual reasoning is going to make or break your career. So please focus on these two areas. Alright, all the best. So this video was more to give you a sample about how we teach at Cetking. So if you want to join us for the classroom program or online program, please log on to cetking.com and you will see all the information about all the courses. You can call us on the numbers which are given on cetking.com. Alright, all the best. Thank you. But do remember, this is one of the areas where no one scores, where trust me, people leave the topic. And these are areas where you can score well. Yep, all the best.